Hello Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 9. Mike Hynson was a trailblazing surfer, innovator and cultural icon whose impact transcended the sport of surfing to inspire a global movement. Born in Crescent City, California, on June 28, 1942, he grew up splitting his time between Hawaii and California, ultimately settling in Pacific Beach in the 1950s. There he found his calling as a surfer, quickly becoming a standout performer and shaping prodigy. His early work with Gordon and Smith and Redfin boards solidified his reputation as a master craftsman, while his daring approach to surfing earned him a place in the sport's pantheon. Hynson's star rose exponentially in 1963 when filmmaker Bruce Brown invited him to co-star in The Endless Summer. The documentary, chronicling a global quest for the perfect wave, introduced surfing to the mainstream and remains one of the most influential films in sports history. Hynson's adventures took him to Africa, New Zealand, and Tahiti, and his discovery of Cape St. Francis became a defining moment in surf lore. Beyond the silver screen, Hynson was a pioneer in surfboard design. His downrail innovation revolutionized tube riding, inspiring legends like Jerry Lopez and shaping modern surfboard performance. Yet Hynson's life was as complex as it was colorful. In the late 1960s, he became affiliated with the Brotherhood of Eternal Love, embracing their countercultural ethos but also encountering turbulence that marked this period. Despite challenges, Hynson remained a vital figure in the surfing world. His life, blending pop star fame, rebellious counterculture, and unyielding creativity, reflected his ethos. Radical people do radical things. Hynson's extraordinary journey concluded at 82, leaving an everlasting legacy of artistry, adventure, and innovation. Tributes to Mike Hynson. Number 8. Kim Yaroshevskaya was a multifaceted actress, storyteller, and author whose work touched the hearts of countless admirers worldwide. Born in Moscow in 1923 to activist parents, her childhood was shaped by both hardship and boundless imagination. Orphaned early, she journeyed to New York City to live with her grandparents, a pivotal moment that would shape her future as a creative force. From an early age, Yaroshevskaya turned adversity into inspiration. Denied the dolls she yearned for, she fashioned her own, sparking a creative spirit that later gave life to her beloved character, Fanfreluche. First appearing in 1954, Fanfreluche became a cherished figure in children's television, leading to a dedicated series where Yaroshevskaya wrote and performed all the scripts. Fanfreluche's adventures, stepping into storybooks to alter history, became iconic and adored by young audiences. Her career extended far beyond children's entertainment. As the grandmother in the long-running series Passepartout and in her performances on stage, she brought to life works by literary giants like Dostoevsky and Chekhov. Her talent also graced cinema screens where she collaborated with esteemed filmmakers. Yaroshevskaya's literary contributions included My Journey to America, a memoir recounting her escape from hardship and her life as a refugee. Her ability to connect with audiences through both performance and writing earned her numerous accolades, solidifying her status as a global icon. Kim Yaroshevskaya passed away on January 12, 2025, at the age of 101. Her remarkable life, filled with creativity, resilience, and passion, left a lasting mark on the world. Her stories, performances, and spirit of imagination will continue to inspire future generations. Tributes to Kim Yaroshevskaya. Number 7. Phyllis Dalton was a visionary costume designer whose extraordinary talent brought historical authenticity and cinematic grandeur to life. Born on October 16, 1925 in Chiswick, England, Dalton's early fascination with clothing and fabric led her to study costume design at Ealing Art College. Her first significant opportunity came as an assistant to fashion designer Matilda Etches, where she honed her skills and worked on productions like Laurence Olivier's Henry V. Dalton's career spanned over 5 decades, during which she became known for her meticulous attention to detail and innovative designs. She earned 2 Academy Awards for her work on Dr. Zhivago and Henry V, both celebrated for their ability to evoke character and mood through costume. Her genius shone in Lawrence of Arabia, where her designs, including Peter O'Toole's iconic desert robes, captured the nuances of T.E. Lawrence's journey. Though overlooked by the Oscars for this film, director David Lean lauded her work as pivotal to its success. Dalton's contributions extended beyond film, with accolades like an Emmy for The Scarlet Pimpernel and a BAFTA for The Hireling. Her influence reached actors from Geraldine Chaplin in Dr. Zhivago to Andre the Giant in The Princess Bride, showcasing her versatility. A perfectionist, she believed in the subtle artistry of matching costumes to their environments, a testament to her commitment to authenticity. Dalton retired in 1993, leaving a legacy of over 60 films. She received an MBE in 2002 for her contributions to the film industry. Phyllis Dalton passed away on January 12, 2025, at 99. Her unparalleled artistry continues to inspire designers and audiences worldwide. Tributes to Phyllis Dalton. Number 6. Marty Demerit was a multifaceted contributor to baseball, renowned as both a dedicated coach and a former minor league pitcher. Born in San Francisco on March 4, 1953, Demerit's early passion for the sport began in his hometown. Drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals in 1971, his playing career spanned 6 seasons across 3 organizations, culminating at the AA level. Though injuries curtailed his time as a player, his resilience and knowledge of the game propelled him into coaching. Demerit's coaching journey began with the San Francisco Giants minor league system in the early 1980s. He briefly served on the Giants' major league staff in 1989, showcasing his talent for nurturing young pitchers. His career later took him across the globe, becoming the first American pitching coach in South Korea and contributing to winter leagues in Venezuela. These experiences enriched his understanding of the game, blending diverse techniques and cultures into his coaching philosophy. Joining the Florida Marlins organization in 1992, Demerit played a pivotal role in developing pitchers at the minor league level before taking on major league responsibilities with the Chicago Cubs in 1999. Despite the challenges of the Cubs' struggling season, he remained a steady and respected presence. His career flourished within the Tampa Bay Rays organization, where he spent nearly 2 decades mentoring young talent in the minor leagues. Beyond the field, Demerit's impact extended to youth baseball in the Bay Area, emphasizing his lifelong commitment to fostering the sport's future. A man of grit and versatility, he worked in construction and even as a bounty hunter before dedicating his life to baseball. Marty Demerit passed away at the age of 71. His legacy as a teacher, innovator, and advocate for baseball lives on. Tributes to Marty Demerit. Number 5. Felix Mantilla was a trailblazing baseball player and community leader whose impact reached far beyond the diamond. Born in Isabela, Puerto Rico, Mantilla's passion for baseball began at an early age, propelling him to sign with the Milwaukee Braves in 1952. Alongside legends like Hank Aaron, he helped integrate professional baseball in the American South, playing for the Class A Jacksonville Braves. Debuting in the major leagues in 1956, Mantilla was a versatile infielder who contributed to the Braves' historic 1957 World Series victory over the Yankees. After 6 seasons in Milwaukee, he was drafted by the New York Mets in 1961, becoming a key member of their inaugural team. Despite the Mets' struggles, Mantilla excelled, achieving his best full-season stats with a .275 batting average and 11 home runs. Traded to the Boston Red Sox in 1963, Mantilla enjoyed the peak of his career, hitting 30 home runs in 1964 and earning All-Star honors in 1965 with 92 RBIs. He retired from Major League Baseball in 1966 after a brief stint with the Houston Astros. Mantilla's legacy extended well beyond his playing days. In 1973, he founded the Felix Mantilla Little League in Milwaukee, introducing countless children to baseball while promoting teamwork and discipline. The league later partnered with Journey House, combining sports and education to empower families in need. Mantilla's cultural exchange program connected young players from Puerto Rico and Milwaukee, fostering cross-cultural understanding and unity. Felix Mantilla passed away at the age of 90. A World Series champion, an all-star, and a community builder, he leaves behind a legacy of excellence, resilience, and service that will inspire future generations. Tributes to Felix Mantilla. Number 4. Olga Marlin was an educator and visionary whose lifelong dedication to advancing education in Africa left a lasting mark on society. Born on November 12, 1934 in New York City, Olga's passion for learning and service was evident from a young age. She earned her MA in Modern Languages from Trinity College Dublin in 1956, followed by a higher diploma in education from University College Dublin in 1957. In 1960, Olga embarked on a transformative journey to Kenya, inspired by Saint Josemaria Escriva's vision of fostering education for women. At a time when formal education was scarce for African women, Olga co-founded Kianda College in 1961, the first multiracial girls' school in East Africa. What began as a secretarial college flourished into a groundbreaking institution dedicated to empowering women through education. Her efforts helped pave the way for Strathmore University, where she later served on the University Council. A prolific author, Olga chronicled her experiences in To Africa with a Dream, a heartfelt memoir reflecting her 50 years of work in Kenya and beyond. Her contributions were recognized in 2011 when she received an honorary Lit.D degree from Strathmore University, becoming the first woman to achieve such an honor at the institution. Olga's legacy extends far beyond education. She embodied the values of inclusion, opportunity, and perseverance, touching countless lives and inspiring generations to strive for knowledge and equality. She was a woman of profound faith and a champion of the transformative power of education. Olga Marlin passed away at the age of 90. Her life's work continues to inspire efforts to uplift communities through education and opportunity. Tributes to Olga Marlin. Number 3. Raquel Rabinovich was a visionary artist whose exploration of existence and the unseen left an enduring legacy in the art world. Born on March 30, 1929 in Buenos Aires, Argentina, to Russian and Romanian Jewish parents, she grew up in Córdoba. Early influences included Argentine artists Hector Basaldúa and Ernesto Farina, under whom she studied before continuing her artistic education at the Sorbonne in Paris, and with André Lotte. These formative experiences shaped her commitment to exploring profound themes through art. Rabinovich's career began with a series of monochromatic works, notably The Dark is Light Enough, exhibited in Buenos Aires in 1963. This marked the beginning of her investigation into the dark source, a concept embodying the hidden aspects of existence. A military coup in Argentina prompted her move to the United States in 1967, where she became a citizen in 1973. Inspired by a dream, she began creating transparent, freestanding glass sculptures in the 1970s, showcasing her innovative approach to material and form. Her travels to Machu Picchu and other ancient sites deeply influenced her work, culminating in Emergences, a series of stone sculptures along the Hudson River that mirrored the ebb and flow of tides. Rabinovich's installations and drawings have been celebrated globally, with her works housed in institutions like the Whitney Museum, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and the Smithsonian American Art Museum. A recipient of the Lee Krasner Award for Lifetime Achievement, Rabinovich's contributions extended beyond her art. She inspired generations of artists through her commitment to unveiling the unseen in life and nature. Raquel Rabinovich passed away at 95. Her profound works and philosophy continue to resonate, reminding us of the beauty within the hidden. Tributes to Raquel Rabinovich. Number 2. Neil McCaleb was a visionary leader and trailblazer whose contributions as a civil engineer, politician, and advocate for Native American progress left an indelible mark on Oklahoma and the nation. Born in Oklahoma City on June 30, 1935, to a family deeply rooted in public service, McCaleb was inspired by his father, the director of the Oklahoma Department of Transportation. He earned a degree in civil engineering from Oklahoma State University in 1957, which set the foundation for his lifelong dedication to infrastructure and public policy. McCaleb's political career began with his election to the Oklahoma House of Representatives in 1974, where he became the House Minority Leader and championed key transportation initiatives. Appointed as Oklahoma's first Secretary of Transportation by Governor Henry Bellman, he spearheaded major projects, including the development of turnpikes and highways that modernized the state's infrastructure. Under Governor Frank Keating, he continued his transformative work, overseeing the expansion of the Heartland Flyer and advocating for safe, efficient transportation systems. Nationally, McCaleb served as Assistant Secretary of the Interior for Indian Affairs under President George W. Bush. As a citizen of the Chickasaw Nation, he administered vast federal lands held in trust for Native Americans, advocating for economic and educational opportunities within tribal communities. After his federal service, McCaleb worked closely with Chickasaw Governor Bill Inouye to develop long-term economic initiatives, solidifying his role as a trusted advisor and community leader. McCaleb was deeply devoted to his family, leaving behind his wife, 4 children, and 13 grandchildren. He passed away at the age of 89, remembered for his integrity, visionary leadership, and unwavering commitment to public service. Tributes to Neil McCaleb. What's trending on the internet? News 1. Phoenix police are investigating a tragic accident that resulted in the death of 62-year-old Lauren Bigelow early Sunday morning in a parking lot near Central Avenue and Dobbins Road. Authorities say the incident occurred around 3:30 a.m. when Bigelow was struck by her own vehicle under unusual circumstances. Preliminary reports suggest that Bigelow had parked her vehicle in the lot and was at least partially outside it when the vehicle began moving unexpectedly. Witnesses on the scene informed investigators that the car struck Bigelow, causing serious injuries. Fire department personnel pronounced her dead at the scene shortly after their arrival. Police suspect impairment may have been a factor in the incident, although the investigation is ongoing. Surveillance footage from the area is currently being reviewed to determine exactly how the accident unfolded. Bigelow's passing has left the local community in shock, with many expressing condolences to her family and friends. Authorities continue to stress the importance of vehicle safety, particularly when parking and exiting a vehicle. Phoenix police encourage anyone with additional information to come forward as they work to piece together the events leading up to this heartbreaking tragedy. News 2. A Florida housekeeper is facing multiple charges after allegedly assaulting her 83-year-old employer when denied a $500 Christmas bonus, according to the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. Heather Nelson, 29, reportedly became aggressive on December 24th after her employer, unable to provide the requested bonus, declined her request. Authorities say Nelson forcibly took the woman's checkbook, nearly injuring her wrist, and wrote herself a check for $1,400. She also allegedly used the victim's credit card to pay rent and make additional purchases. Nelson was arrested on January 7th and charged with several offenses, including robbery, aggravated battery on a person over 65, grand theft, forgery, and fraudulent use of personal identification. She has since been released, though it remains unclear if she has legal representation. Sheriff's Office spokesperson Todd Goodyear shared that Nelson appeared to be in financial distress, which may have motivated her actions. Taking advantage of our elderly seniors is never acceptable, Goodyear stated. The victim, who remains unnamed, is recovering from the distressing incident. Authorities emphasized the need for vigilance in protecting seniors from exploitation. The case highlights the importance of supporting vulnerable members of society while addressing financial and emotional challenges. Police continue to investigate as the community expresses concern for the victim's well-being. News 3. A passenger traveling from New Delhi to Canada was intercepted at Indira Gandhi International Airport for attempting to smuggle a baby crocodile skull, officials said. The 32-year-old man was stopped during a routine security check on January 6, where authorities discovered the skull wrapped in a cloth inside his luggage. The skull, weighing close to 2 pounds, was later confirmed by the Department of Forests and Wildlife to belong to a baby crocodile, a species protected under India's Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Using forensic analysis, experts identified the skull based on its distinctive tooth pattern, bony palate, and nostril shape. Delhi Customs confirmed the passenger was arrested for violating wildlife and customs laws, including illegal possession and the attempted export of a protected wildlife item. This case highlights a serious violation of wildlife and customs laws, officials stated, emphasizing the importance of collaboration between customs and forest departments in combating wildlife trafficking. The skull was handed over to wildlife authorities for further examination, and an investigation into the incident is ongoing. Authorities noted that wildlife trafficking via air travel is a growing concern in India, which ranks among the top 10 countries where such smuggling occurs. The incident underscores the need for vigilance and international cooperation to curb illegal wildlife trade, a step vital for preserving endangered species and protecting biodiversity. News 4. A tragic collision in Lancaster County, South Carolina, claimed the life of a driver on Flat Creek Road, according to the South Carolina Highway Patrol. The incident occurred on January 11th at approximately 6:34 p.m., about 8 miles north of Lancaster. Authorities report that a 2003 Ford Ranger was traveling east on Flat Creek Road, while a 2024 Freightliner semi-truck was headed west. The semi-truck attempted a U-turn at Pittitat Road, leading to a collision with the Ford Ranger. Tragically, the driver of the Ford was pronounced dead at the scene. The identity of the victim has not yet been released, pending notification of family members. Meanwhile, investigators are continuing to piece together the circumstances that led to the crash. Officials have not indicated whether weather conditions, speed, or other factors contributed to the accident. No injuries were reported for the driver of the semi-truck, who remained at the scene and is cooperating with authorities. This incident serves as a solemn reminder of the importance of road safety and vigilance when driving near large vehicles, particularly during maneuvers like U-turns. Local authorities have urged drivers to exercise caution and remain alert on the roads. The South Carolina Highway Patrol continues its investigation into the crash, seeking to determine all contributing factors and prevent similar tragedies in the future. News 5. A Montgomery County firefighter tragically lost his life during a house fire in Laurel, Maryland on Saturday evening. The 46-year-old veteran, with 22 years of service and the rank of master firefighter, suffered a medical emergency while responding to the blaze, officials confirmed. Firefighters from Howard, Montgomery, and Prince George's counties were called to the scene on Bradford Lane around 5 p.m., where the fire had engulfed a carport. During the operation, a mayday was issued, and crews immediately administered CPR to the firefighter. Despite being rushed to a regional hospital, he succumbed to his condition. Montgomery County Fire Chief Corey Smedley expressed deep sorrow, emphasizing the bravery and dedication of the fallen firefighter. This is one of those jobs where every time somebody goes out, everybody understands there's a risk that they're not coming home, added County Executive Mark Elrich. As a mark of respect, firefighters lined the route as the firefighters' remains were transported from White Oak Medical Center in Silver Spring to the medical examiner's office in Baltimore. Chief Smedley reassured the community of continued support and protection despite the department's heavy loss. "I just ask that over the next couple of days you bear with us. It is going to be a very difficult time for each and every one of us," he said. The incident highlights the inherent risks first responders face daily in their commitment to saving lives and protecting the community. News 6. Former NFL defensive end Robert Quinn, 34, was arrested in South Carolina on Friday, January 10th, following an alleged multi-vehicle hit-and-run collision. The former Pro Bowler, who played for teams including the Los Angeles Rams, Dallas Cowboys, and Philadelphia Eagles, faces charges of reckless driving and leaving the scene of a collision with property damage, according to the North Charleston Police Department, NCPD. Authorities report that Quinn's maroon Ford F-150 allegedly struck a Honda Element, which then collided with two other vehicles in a chain reaction. The incident occurred near B&N Auto Service on Dorchester Road around 2 a.m. local time. Surveillance footage revealed Quinn's vehicle veering off the road, crossing an intersection, and ultimately striking the parked vehicles on the property. Officers found Quinn in the passenger seat of another vehicle, with injuries on his head and hands. According to police, he appeared disoriented and uncooperative at the scene. A companion later informed authorities that Quinn had left a club earlier and called for a ride after the crash. Quinn, who was released later the same day, was previously involved in a multi-vehicle traffic incident in August 2023. Drafted 14th overall by the Rams in 2011, Quinn enjoyed an 11-season NFL career, earning multiple accolades, including Pro Bowl selections. This latest incident is under investigation as officials work to piece together the details of the crash. News 7. A 60-year-old woman has been charged with arson in Los Angeles County amid the ongoing wildfires, though officials have stated her alleged actions are not linked to the larger blazes devastating the region. Gloria Lynn Mandich was arrested on January 8 for allegedly starting a small brush fire near Leo Carrillo State Park, an area already under a red flag warning due to severe winds and dry vegetation. According to California State Parks, the fire was quickly extinguished by the Los Angeles County Fire Department, preventing significant damage. Mandich, a Kentucky native, faces 2 felony arson charges, including one specific to starting fires during an emergency. She pleaded not guilty and is currently held at Ventura County Jail with bail set at $20,000. Court records show she has upcoming appearances scheduled for January 22nd and January 24th. Elsewhere on January 10th, Azusa police responded to another brush fire at Pioneer Park. Officers detained Jose Carranza Escobar, who allegedly admitted to starting the fire. He is also facing arson charges, and authorities continue to assess the damage. These incidents occur against the backdrop of the catastrophic Los Angeles wildfires that began on January 7th, displacing over 80,000 residents. As of January 10th, the fires have consumed 10,000 acres across Pasadena and Altadena, leaving at least 11 people dead and countless homes and businesses destroyed. Officials urge continued vigilance as containment efforts progress. News 8. Max George, singer of The Wanted, opened up about a terrifying health scare that led him to write his will from his hospital bed. The 36-year-old described the emotional journey he faced after doctors discovered a critical heart irregularity, prompting an emergency pacemaker procedure before Christmas. George, who initially felt on top of the world, was shocked to learn the bottom part of his heart wasn't functioning properly. Reflecting on the life-altering news, he said, "I kept thinking, what if the top half stops working overnight?" The diagnosis left him surrounded by much older patients and contemplating his mortality. Thinking of his loved ones, including his girlfriend, Maisie Smith, and his family, George took out his phone to write a will, detailing his final wishes. On December 13th, he experienced a night of panic, describing how his blood pressure and heart rate dropped simultaneously. "It felt like my neck was closing up, and I thought I was dying," he recalled. Fortunately, his surgery was scheduled for December 18th. After a 2.5-hour procedure complicated by collapsed veins, George emerged with a pacemaker and immense gratitude for the NHS team. Sharing updates with fans on social media, he called his pacemaker the best Christmas present. In a heartfelt post, George celebrated the support of his fans and family, declaring, "Time to rest and tackle life full-on once again." His resilience and optimism continue to inspire fans worldwide. News 9. Rithwin Evans, a beloved farmer from Cillian-Ceredigion, who inspired many with his charity walk during the pandemic, has passed away peacefully at 95. Surrounded by family at his home, Evans leaves behind a legacy of kindness, community service, and extraordinary generosity. In April 2020, Evans marked his 91st birthday by walking around his house 91 times, raising over £50,000 for Highwolde Health Board charities. His effort, inspired by Captain Tom Moore, captured the hearts of many during a challenging time, showcasing resilience and hope. "I've lived to a ripe old age, so now I want to give something back to the area I've always lived," Evans shared during his campaign. Known for his thoughtful contributions to the community, Evans chaired the local council, participated in farming discussion groups, and supported local events. "He was the cornerstone of our family and our community," said his daughter-in-law Errol Evans. "His kindness and wisdom set an example for all his grandchildren and great-grandchildren." Evans' health had declined in recent months, following a fall last summer that required hospital care. He spent time in Bronglay and Trégueron hospitals, as well as Alti-Minad Care Home, before returning home for his final days. Family and community members remember Evans not only for his remarkable fundraising achievements but also for his dedication to the well-being of those around him. His life was a testament to generosity and selflessness. News 10. Randy Moss, the NFL Hall of Famer and former wide receiver known for his electrifying plays on the field, is maintaining a positive outlook following his recent cancer diagnosis. According to his business partner, Chef Brittany Taliaferro, Moss is in great spirits as he continues to focus on his health and his entrepreneurial ventures. Moss, 47, revealed his diagnosis in December 2024 during an Instagram live session. He explained that he sought medical attention after noticing unusual symptoms, leading to the discovery of cancer located in the bile duct near his pancreas and liver. Moss underwent multiple surgeries, including the Whipple procedure, and is preparing for radiation and chemotherapy treatments. "He's unstoppable," Taliaferro shared with TMZ Sports, highlighting Moss's determination as they opened Crispy's Chicken in Miami, their second restaurant collaboration. Their partnership began in 2023 with Chickaboom, a Philadelphia-based eatery. Moss has also used his journey as an opportunity to inspire others, encouraging regular cancer screenings, particularly among Black men. "I didn't think I would ever be in this position," Moss said, urging his followers to prioritize their health. Though Moss has temporarily stepped away from his role as a co-host on ESPN's Sunday NFL Countdown, he has the full support of the network. "We look forward to welcoming him back when he is ready," ESPN shared in a statement. Fans and colleagues alike continue to rally around Moss, whose resilience mirrors the determination he displayed throughout his legendary football career. Number 1. Abigail McGrath, a multifaceted creative force and a cherished advocate for the arts, leaves behind a profound legacy as the founder of the Renaissance House Retreat for Writers and Artists in Oak Bluffs. Born in New York City in 1940 to Harlem Renaissance poet Helene Johnson, and raised amidst the cultural vibrancy of the Harlem Renaissance, McGrath was inspired early by the literary and artistic giants surrounding her, including her aunt, celebrated novelist Dorothy West. McGrath's life was as eclectic as it was impactful. She studied at Bard College and later immersed herself in the avant-garde art and theater scenes of New York City. She co-directed the Off-Center Theater, producing political satires and fostering dialogue on social justice. Her ventures included working at legendary venues like Max's Kansas City and the Village Vanguard, where her dynamic presence bridged diverse artistic communities. In her early years, she even appeared in Andy Warhol's experimental film Tub Girls, marking her indelible connection to the avant-garde. In 2000, McGrath established the Renaissance House on Martha's Vineyard to honor her family's legacy and provide a haven for writers, especially those focused on social justice and racial equity. The retreat, one of the few dedicated to issue-oriented writers and writers of color, nurtured countless talents, offering them space to create and reflect. Known for her unerring ability to recognize and elevate hidden potential, McGrath inspired transformative growth in those who attended her programs. McGrath passed away at the age of 84, following a battle with liver cancer. Her vision lives on through her literary park project and the thriving legacy of the Renaissance House. Tributes to Abigail McGrath. Sam Moore, a legendary soul musician and one half of the dynamic duo Sam and Dave,